everyone. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending the AILA WA Awards celebration. I'm Sandy Angie, your MC for tonight. To begin, I'd like to acknowledge Ms Jessica Stojkovski, MLA, Member for Kingsley and Parliamentary Secretary for the Minister of Planning, Transport and Ports, and also Ms Rebecca Moore, our Government Architect. Thank you for attending. And also welcome to everyone watching from home. The awards presentation tonight is being live streamed to people watching from their homes and offices, so hello. Shortly we will commence the presentation of the awards, but first I would like to introduce Matthew Mcguire for the Welcome to Country.
Yarn banonak. Kaya nuna ka yak, nuna ka maman, beri wa nija nyenin ba? Nganya juro wa nija wanju nuna ka ye boja. Ngala boja, ngala ka murt ba boja. Nganya na jada wangin, ja murt, nija na boja wa kura. Kura, ngala ka murt nija na nyenin. Nganya na mama nga demanga. Nganya na wangin balaba wir neti na kulinywa. Ngalaka neti juro pa neti na nyenin. Berdewan kulinywa. Nuna ka maya, nuna ka boja wa wenji. Juro pa neti na kulinywa. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. It's my honour to stand here on behalf of my mum and demangad, my grandmothers and grandfathers, and welcome you in the first language of the first people of this country, to a land that we have occupied for thousands of years. I ask that my mama and wearing my old people's spirits come and be part of this evening tonight with you, that you have a wonderful night here, and just as importantly, if not more important, that you have a safe journey home to your own homes and families, wherever that may be. Nijana Kawbaraj Buja, on this beautiful land. Ngalaka nijana nyeninwa, kura, nijana nyeninwa ye. Berdewan, ngalaga neti nyeninwa, ngalaga kulunga neti nyenin. We have occupied this country for thousands of years. We now occupy this country still. You and I, we will occupy this country for years to come, for thousands of years to come. Our children and our children's children. Living here as one, walking as one. It's always an honour to come out and be part of occasions like this. This is my first time with yourselves, with the architects, landscape architects, and I never thought it would be a place where I come and hung around at Friday nights and Saturday night and getting drunk with the rallies in the old bog, eh? But here we are. To come out and to have the acknowledgement of the organisation, of our people. I really appreciate that. This is something that my father always said to myself and my brothers. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. And he used to fight for acknowledgement and so on and so forth back in the 60s and 70s and so on. He said, but I'll never ever see it come to life. And he got to see some of it. And I'm sure you're very proud and very honoured for a lot of these organisations that run around Australia here now and acknowledge the first people of this country. I, on a personal note, I own a company that is called Perth Tactiles. And I've had business with a lot of landscaping businesses throughout Perth at different locations and etc. And in the country as well. So that's my little pitch for myself and my business tonight. And so to come out and be part of this and everything, like I said earlier, is an honour. Before I leave, I'd like to share this song with you. This song is a song that's been handed down to my father, onto my brothers and I, that we share at occasions like this, to, like I said earlier, for safe travels on country when you're here, on Wajak Buja, or like we call Muru Buja from the river north, that you have safe journeys on this country while you're here, especially those that are not from here and that live afar. And this song comes out of a place that we call Karkarap. You been there? Kings Park? Boom, boom. It is a song that sings about driving away bad spirits to allow good spirits to come in. To, like I said earlier, that we can have a wonderful time here tonight and safe journeys home later on. And ngalaga nijina kena yera nyonga nijina buja nyonga buja wa karli nijina bamin ka ma bamin. When we sing and dance in our country down here in the southwest, these are our instruments that we play with our traditional songs. As much as the yaraki or the didgeridoo is such a beautiful instrument, it is not traditionally from this country and of this country. Is one of the reasons that I don't play it, and the other reason is I can't play one, so I can play these ones. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you to the Landscaping Architects Association for having me here and being part of this evening with you. In our language, we don't have a word for goodbye because we always look forward to seeing one another again. So what we say is, when we see one another again, then we'll talk again then. We'll see one another again later, we'll talk again then. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. God bless.
Thank you, Matthew, for that beautiful welcome to country. I would now like to welcome to the stage the new AILA WA President, Shay Hatch.
Hiya, hello. I'd like to thank Matthew for an amazing welcome to country, and I'd like to acknowledge that we meet tonight on Wajak Buja, and I'd like to pay my respects to our elders past and present. I'd also like to welcome distinguished guests. I'd like to welcome distinguished guests, our corporate partners, fellows, guests, and those watching from home or office. Thank you for attending the 2021 AILA WA Landscape Architecture Awards. Tonight, we celebrate these projects delivered in what was one of the most challenging and surprising years for all of us. It is certainly a relief to see how, a year on, our AILA community here in WA has not only bounced back stronger than ever, but is a key part of the recovery of our state. Tonight, we celebrate projects that are considered that set new pathways in designing culturally and environmentally sensitive spaces, projects where community can learn, experience and socialise, places that put WA on show. We are not just designing beautiful spaces, we are assisting in the recovery of our state, both financially and socially, and in a way that will continue to benefit the whole WA community for many years to come. I think that's certainly something to celebrate tonight. So now I've got a little bit of housekeeping. Please ensure that your mobile phones are switched off. That was just set up so that everyone reminded you. In the event of an emergency, the exits are located at the back, up the stairs, or at the entry that you came in. The toilets are located to my left. And I've already done that, so we move on. The beautiful plants that are artfully displayed, and I know you all have your eye on them already, are courtesy of our good friends at Benara Nursery, who once again have come to turn our space into a thriving indoor garden. Thank you, Claire. Sure, we'll all thank you later. Emily and the rest of the team from Benara, they always do an amazing job. Are we allowed to take all of them, or are there any off? I'm going to assume that's a yes. Bags at the bottom. We have some great lucky door prizes tonight. They'll be drawn later in the evening, and you're all in it, so no need to stress about business cards. Lawn Solutions have provided us with a $100 e-gift card. Street Furniture Australia has the Archie... Sorry, the lighting here. I'm going to put it up. The Archie Rose tasting set. It's a good one. ACCO have a hamper. Christie Barbecues, a bottle of Four Pillars gin. Starting to see a bit of a theme here. The Arbour Centre have come to the party with a beautiful hamper as well. The Lawn Doctor have a Lawn Doctor... A thanks... What are the Lawn Doctor bringing us, Carmen? Okay, keep moving on. Sorry. DS Group have 3 wine packs, and Banara have a plant each, which you can see. I'd now like to welcome Miss Jessica Stoyalski, MLA Parliamentary Secretary, to the stage to say a few words. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I would like to first just thank Matthew for that wonderful welcome to country and acknowledge that it has been a long fight for acknowledgement, and was very proud that actually in the last government we brought acknowledgement of country into the Legislative Assembly chamber for the first time. Shameful that it took that long. So Kaya, thank you for inviting me to this wonderful event tonight. I obviously begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land upon which we gather today, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and acknowledge their elders past, present and emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge the Government Architect Rebecca Moore and the AILA President Shay Hutch. So I'm pleased to be here tonight representing Minister Saffioti. She sends her apologies that she's not able to make it, and hopefully I'm a suitable substitute. As a qualified urban planner, I have a keen interest in design and particularly in functional, well-designed outdoor spaces that invite people to relax, play, entertain, interact and generally enjoy the environment. Some of the most comfortable spaces we love offer the very little at all in terms of amenity or infrastructure, the brilliance being in the simplicity of design. Looking through the online gallery for these awards, it's certainly a visual treat. And I suspect here in Western Australia, we have a few strong contenders for the national honours. The 25 entries reflect an impressive body of work by local talent, with a beautiful array of high quality, enticing outdoor urban spaces that reflect a common thread of community, connection and calm. As you know, the state government is committed to design excellence in both public and private developments, and I see the entries this year as a testament to that commitment and a shared passion for thinking differently and aiming for high standards. As you acknowledged, Shay, the last 12 months have clearly been challenging and changed the world as we see it and how we live on a day-to-day basis. It has sharpened our focus on the adaptability and responsiveness of the built environment, with a much higher value being placed on parks and public open spaces as we gravitate to them as a heaven of freedom, movement and safe connection. I'm sure we can all attest to that during lockdown, and our 1 hour of exercise was filled the parks. We are continuing to implement the Design WA suite of priorities, supporting the implementation of planning reforms and ensuring design review is an integral part of our planning system. Design WA started with the new State Planning Policy 7.0, Design of the Built Environment, which seeks to ensure quality planning and design outcomes for all developments across the state, with particular emphasis on the external and outdoor spaces. We have since finalised new policies to guide precinct design and activity centres, and we are currently reviewing our Livable Neighbourhoods policy to ensure Western Australian suburbs are designed to create sustainable, connected, self-sufficient and healthy communities. One of our 10 principles of urban design of the that underpin Design WA policies is the one that focuses specifically on landscape quality. It recognises the importance of well-designed outdoor spaces that are attractive and comfortable, that protect environmental features, and that provide optimal levels of external amenity. And we knew all this before we had a global pandemic. Looking ahead, the planning reform remains a critical focus for 2021. We've already made remarkable changes to the planning system, but there's still more to be done. And I'm very pleased that the Minister recently announced the second phase of planning reform, which I will be conducting the consultation on. In the meantime, I look forward to hearing more about your respective projects throughout the evening. The spaces created by each of you will leave a lasting legacy and will continue to attract people for years to come. As a mum with 2 young children, I know how important our outdoor spaces are. I wish the nominees all of the best of luck for the awards tonight. Good night and thank you.
Thanks so much for attending tonight, Jessica. It was great to meet you and have you here. Now, before I get on with just a little bit more admin, it's not going to be quick tonight, so anyone standing, there's a few seats at the front, and I'm sure our photographer's finding it a bit odd that there's... Yep, she said it's terrible. So, come on, we've got 7. Feel free to move while I'm talking. I'll call your names out. I'd also like to take this opportunity to welcome our special guest, Government Architect Rebecca Moore. Thank you for attending tonight. I'd like to thank all of the AILA sponsors and partners. Our national and local partners are vital to how they're assisting in the continued growth of the Institute, and we are thankful for their support and involvement with AILA. A lot of them will have some pretty familiar faces, and I'm sure many of you will have a chat with them after, but we do have a few new faces, so please do make a bit of an effort to say hi to them and welcome them to your studios when you need to speak with them. So they are National Award Partners, ACO, welcome Ben and Tristan. Street Furniture Australia, hi June, Tiffany and the team watching online. We've got Christie Barbecues, welcome Julie and the team. I saw Julie earlier. Joe and the team from Lawn Solutions Australia and their local distributor, The Lawn Doctor. We have Cindy, Dixie and Alira here tonight. WA Partners, Bonara Nurseries, welcome Claire and Emily. Arbour Centre, welcome to Rob, Monica and Chad. Yeah. Okay, just Rob and Monica, don't look for Chad. Rich Grow, welcome to David, and I spoke to him earlier, so keep a lookout for him. DS Group, welcome to Ivan, Vida and John Ferrari. Awards jury who deliberated over 27 high calibre entries. And of course, all of our entrants who produced the works that we are celebrating tonight and spent their time putting their entries in the day before it was due. So thank you. I'd also like to welcome guests of note, our fellows. You know who you are, they're not listed here. And remember to use our social handles if you're posting on social media tonight. Which is that? Great. I'd like to introduce Tom Griffiths, the jury chair, to say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be here tonight to represent the jury, which has had the privilege of judging this year's awards. The jury consisted of Vanessa Margetts, Janine Egan, Kim McDonald and Terry Thompson, and collectively we would like to acknowledge all of the entrants for their submissions this year and thank the Institute for the opportunity to consider the entries. Our jury consisted of a journalist, a planner and landscape architects with a diverse professional background, and this mix of experience and personalities led to a rich and multifaceted discussion and debate on the submissions. This opened my eyes to the variety of ways that landscape architectural projects can be read and the multiple and varied aspects of landscape projects that people value. It's not often that we get to carefully review and debate the work of our peers, but this was a wonderful opportunity and collectively we all felt richer for the experience. This year's awards program received 27 submissions across the 12 categories and provided a great snapshot of the influence that the profession of landscape architecture is having on the built environment. The projects ranged from small crafted gardens to thoughtful research pieces, large-scale infrastructure and institutions. And the delivery of such projects is challenging at the best of times, but this year's entries were all the more impressive for having been delivered in the face of the unprecedented challenges of 2020. The submissions also displayed creativity, collaboration, consultation, and thoughtful design that led to a strong collection of projects that delighted the jury with their quality and depth. It would seem that the AILA Awards criteria of thinking, leadership, and results is encouraging practitioners to carefully consider these aspects in the design and delivery of their projects. And this is pushing our profession to new heights and encouraging more thoughtful work. The role of landscape architecture is more important than ever before, and it appears that we are on the precipice of another evolution of the profession to meet the many challenges of designing the built environment in the 21st century. A challenge that I'm confident that our profession and collectively the people in this room can meet. So together the jury wishes to thank those who have supported the awards with their entries and congratulate tonight's winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And now onto the part of the evening that everyone's been waiting for, the awards presentations. So we'll be presenting two tiers of awards this evening, the Landscape Architecture Awards and the Awards of Excellence. We will ask the winners to join us on the stage to receive your certificates once you're announced. Excellence winners will have an opportunity to say a few words if you wish. And once you've collected your certificate, please gather to the left of the stage for a photo. And now we have a video, I believe.
At Christie, we place people at the centre of everything that we do. That's why all our products are safe, simple to use, and easy to clean and maintain. Our public barbecues offer convenient, environmentally friendly outdoor activity for the entire community to enjoy. Engineered for the demands of public use, they promote healthy outdoor living and social interaction, while providing the very best cooking experience.
Our first category of awards this evening is Health and Education Landscape. So I'd like to invite Julie Houlihan from National Corporate Partner Christie Barbecues to present the winners' certificates for this category. There were 4 entries in the Health and Education Landscape category. The first was Billy O'Malley by UDLA. The second, International School of WA Playground Enhancement by 4 Landscape Studio. The third, Scotch College Teaching and Learning Precinct by 4 Landscape Studio. And the fourth, Swan Leisure Precinct Landscape by Realm Studios. The jury awarded 2 Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 Excellence Award for this category. So the first AILA WA Landscape Award for Health and Education goes to Swan Leisure Precinct by Realm Studio.
The Swan Leisure Precinct is a high-quality leisure environment carefully inserted into the existing Swan campus. The new facilities are connected by a series of highly considered amenity spaces, and the design successfully creates a new leisure and social heart for the campus. Congratulations to Realm Studios.
Yes. So now you know how it's done. The second AILA WA Landscape Award for Health and Education goes to Billy O'Malley by UDLA. Julie back on stage.
The School of Indigenous Studies reimagines a place of learning on country within the existing UWA campus setting. The landscape architects led a deep engagement process that resulted in a project where landscape and architecture are equally valued and demonstrates how built form and landscape can work in harmony to create a high-quality educational facility. Congratulations to UDLA.
And now the AILA WA Health and Education Award of Excellence goes to International School of WA Playground Enhancement by 4 Landscape Studio.
Fundamental to the International School of Western Australia's philosophy is student agency, in which the students have a voice, choice and ownership of the learning and the environments that it takes place in. The final outcome in this project is a creative and curated set of play, pedagogical and cultural interventions that will mature into a high-quality campus for future generations. Congratulations to 4 Landscape.
Thank you. This was really fun. We got to do lots with the students, and then the school also took it on themselves to kind of put drawing and plan and on grids and graphs in their school curriculum, which was really fun. So we got to benefit from that as well. And I saw Phase 3 walking around, so thank you for helping us to deliver this during COVID when equipment was stuck on a ship from China. So thank you.
Our second category this evening is urban design. There was one entry in this category, and that was the East End Revitalisation Hay Street Pedestrian Priority Precinct by the City of Perth. So the jury awarded this project with the AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for Urban Design. So congratulations to the City of Perth. Please join us on stage to collect your certificate.
The East End revitalisation is a wonderful example of how a large-scale urban intervention can be leveraged to improve the public realm. The street has been brought to life with significant street trees, planting, seating opportunities, artwork and lighting to support and encourage social interaction and activity on the streets. Congratulations to the City of Perth.
I think we'll pause now for another video. So the next category of the night is community contribution, and I would like to welcome Ivan Vito from State Corporate Partner DS Group and also representing Street Furniture Australia as a WA distributor to present the next awards. So there were 2 entries in the community contribution category. The first was Mission Australia's Days Courtyard by Merge Associates and LD Total, and the second one was Inglenook's by 4 Landscape Studio. Both of these projects were awarded with AILA WA Landscape Architecture Awards for community contribution. So first I would like to invite Emerge Associates and LD Total to receive their award for Mission Australia Days project.
Mission Australia Days Drug and Alcohol Youth Services Courtyard is a wonderful example of the impact that landscape architecture can have on the lives of at-risk youth. The design transformed an underutilised courtyard into an external space that positively impacts the young people who access the service. It was down to the enthusiasm and dedication of the design team that drove the delivery of this important project, for which they are to be commended. Congratulations to Emerge and LD Total.
Shall wait for Ivan to come back on stage to present the next award. And the second AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for community contribution goes to Inglenook's by 4 Landscape Studio. Please come to the stage to receive your award.
The Inglenook's The Inglenooks project transforms two underutilised privately owned spaces on Beaufort Street into much-loved community spaces. The landscape architects have worked hand in glove with the local community group intent on bringing vitality to their streets and to transform the empty spaces into community places. Congratulations.
And now the fourth category this evening, the Parks and Open Space category. There were 2 entries in the Parks and Open Space category this year. The first was Beena Parkland by Ecoscape Australia, and the second one was the Lathlane Precinct Community Parklands by Real M Studio and Urbis. The AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for Parks and Open Space goes to Lathlane Precinct Community Parkland by Realm Studios and Urbis.
Lathlane Park Community Zone is a new parkland precinct with a range of diverse recreational spaces, jointly designed by Realm and Urbis. The project has delivered a broad range of active and passive community uses and caters for all ages, abilities and interest groups, whilst delivering strong environmental outcomes and habitat creation. Congratulations to Realm and Urbis.
And the AILA WA Award of Excellence for Parks and Open Space goes to Beena Parkland by Ecoscape Australia.
Beena Parkland is a vibrant, multi-generational public space that has been designed with a sensitive and community-focused approach. The landscape architects led an extensive engagement with traditional custodians, students and the broader community to understand the existing site and transform it into a neighbourhood park with strong community ownership and an authentic sense of place. Congratulations to Ecoscape.
Yeah, thanks. It's been an interesting project. These projects obviously have a cast of thousands, so thank you to everyone who's been involved, from the city to the contractors to the consultants. I think the real winners are the Belga community. They were literally tearing the fences down to get into this place towards the end there, which caused some consternation at the time, but I think it's really proven its worth with the community and it's been a big success. So thank you to everyone. Cheers.
And we now have another video. Now we welcome Tristan Oldham from ACO to the stage to present the next set of awards. So the fifth category this evening is infrastructure. There was only one entry in the infrastructure category, and this was the East End Revitalisation Hay Street Pedestrian Priority Precinct by the City of Perth. And the jury awarded this project with the 2021 Award of Excellence in the infrastructure category. So congratulations, City of Perth.
The Hay Street Pedestrian Priority Precinct is a unique and innovative project between the City of Perth and Main Roads, which challenges typical shared space schemes to create a high-quality public space in a technically and culturally challenging site in East Perth. Congratulations to the City of Perth.
Thank you to Ayla for this award. It was an incredibly challenging site to work in infrastructure-wise. We had tunnels we knew about, tunnels we didn't know about, live traffic, 2 operating courthouses, all sorts of stakeholders and things involved, on top of all the underground infrastructure to deal with. Our amazing urban designer Lucy Wilson did an incredible job of designing the pedestrian priority precinct. In consultation with Main Roads, the Road Safety Commission, we had to change the road traffic code to get the space to work the way we wanted it to. It was a phenomenally challenging project and we're so proud of it and it's really successful. So thank you so much for this award.
So the next category is research, policy and communication, and there were 2 entries in this category. The first was the City of Perth Urban Forest Soil Specification and Tree Details by UDLA, and the second was Place Value Ashfield by To and Fro Studio and Daniel Jan Martin. The jury awarded a Landscape Architecture Award to the City of Perth Urban Forest Project by UDLA. You can come to the stage.
UDLA led a collaborative and evidence-based research process to come up with a targeted soil specification and tree establishment practice for optimum tree health in the highly urbanised parts of Sydney. This is an important project that has the capacity to positively impact the city for generations to come. Congratulations to UDLA.
And the jury also awarded an Award of Excellence for Research Policy Communication in this category, and that award goes to Place Value Ashfield by To and Fro Studio and Daniel Jan Martin.
Place Value Ashfield explores the potential for a landscape-led approach to medium-density infill housing across Perth's inner-city suburb of Ashfield. The research has the potential to lead to better coordination and collaboration between landscape architects, developers, planners and architects in the delivery of great urban neighbourhoods of distinctive local landscape and place character. Congratulations, guys.
We'd like to say thank you to Ayla and the jury. Thank you to UWA and Future West for supporting the project. To all the design teams who contributed their thoughts and their ideas throughout the long project, and also to all the stakeholders and community members who contributed throughout the long project. This award really belongs to all of those people, so thank you.
Thank you, Tristan. For the next set of awards, I would like to welcome Claire Franklin-Jones from Benara Nurseries to the stage to present the certificates. Our next category is for the Civic Landscape category of awards. We have 3 entries in this category. The first is the East End Revitalisation Program by the Hay Street Pedestrian Priority Precinct by City of Perth, the Museum Boulevard by Hassel and OMA, the West Coast Eagles Training Facility at Lathlane Park by Urbis. And for this category, the jury awarded an Excellence Award for Civic Landscape, and that goes to the WA Museum Boulevard by Hassel and OMA.
Hassel and OMA, in collaboration with the Whadjuk elders and key government stakeholders, have successfully crafted an exemplar civic landscape for the state's premier cultural destination. The landscape is conceived as a collection of stories about Western Australia's rich history and culture, and acts as both a canvas for recording our local histories and a stage on which to write new ones. Congratulations to Hassel and OMA.
Wow, this is amazing, thank you. I better get this out of the way first, but I'd really like to thank our colleagues at OMA, because if I don't, I'll be in trouble. So this was a joint venture between Hassel and OMA, and we worked really well over what was quite a long period of time. And I think the key point I want to make is the role of the stakeholders in this project. It was vitally important to the outcome. Especially the Whadjuk group that we worked with, the heritage advisors, the OGA, and the museum itself. And of course, I'd like to thank our client Multiplex too. So we're very happy to win this award. Thank you.
think I've lost my page. I think we're up to land management now. So this category had one entry, the Langham Gotham Marine Park, Visitor Park, by Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions. And they've been awarded an AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for land management. So congratulations, Department of Biodiversity and Conservation.
The Lalang Gadam Marine Park Visitor Plan creates a robust framework to manage sustainable visitation to the remote Kimberley coast. The plan honours the values of the traditional owners while responding to other interest groups, including the government, tourism and the wider community. The outcome is a well-researched and clear management plan that covers a vast and complex landscape and is designed to circumvent irreversible change to one of Earth's few remaining wilderness areas. Congratulations, DBCA.
I would now like to welcome Rob Bodenstar from Arbour Centre to the stage to present the next set of awards. The next category is Cultural Heritage, and there were 3 entrants in this category. The first was Bilyamadi by UDLA. The second was Nangeli by Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions. And the third was WA Museum Boulevard by Hassel and OMA. The jury awarded 1 Landscape Architecture Award and 1 Excellence Award for this category. And the AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for Cultural Heritage goes to WA Museum Boulevard by Hassel and OMA.
The WA Museum is conceived as a collection of stories about Western Australia's diversity, rich history and contemporary culture. The landscape brings these stories together in a new and sophisticated and layered and contemporary way. In time, these spaces will come to create their own rich heritage as future generations interact with this culturally significant place through play, reflection, events and festivals. Congratulations to Hassel and OMA.
And now the AILA WA Award of Excellence in Cultural Heritage, and that goes to Nangeli by Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions.
Nangeli in the Murajuga National Park is a carefully crafted and considered response to achieving cultural safety and caring for country in a very sacred space. With minimal infrastructure and intervention, the project delivers a series of walkways and gathering spaces to enable appropriate cultural sharing and culturally safe rock art viewing. And this ensures that the site continues to be cared for and preserved for future generations. Congratulations to DBCA.
Wow. Thank you to the jury and to AILA. I'd really like to acknowledge the Murrujuga Aboriginal Corporation, who we worked very closely, particularly with their Circle of Elders, to realise this project. I can't take credit for this project because it was a project of over 8 years in the making, of which at least 6 of them were in the consultation phase. And I really want to mention Dave Collier, who was responsible for a lot of the structural design and resolving the real challenges we had on this project, which included building the boardwalk you saw in a Region D with no digging allowed. That was at the request of the elders. I just really want to acknowledge the work that DBCA does in joint management. I'm fairly new to the department, but we work really, really hard, and as landscape architects, it's one space where tangibly we can build trust between government and First Nations people in joint management. It's not an easy space to work in, but it is very rewarding. So for those who want a challenge, come on board. And again, thank you everybody.
The next category is small projects, and there was 1 entry in this category, and that was Shifting Sands by School of Design, University of Western Australia. And they have been awarded an AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for the small projects category. Congratulations, UWA.
Shifting Sands is a living lab research project run by the UWA School of Design to develop and test sustainable landscape infrastructure that fuses recycled materials and local landscape typologies into a biodiverse pipescape. The collaborative research and educational project is a great demonstration of sustainable design practices and Perth's unique landscape. Congratulations.
The next category is a Regional Achievement Award, and this is the award for the best project in the region. So the 2021 AILA WA Regional Architect Achievement Award goes to Kaja Yatka Calvary Skywalk by Department of Biodiversity, Culture and Attractions.
The Calvary Skywalk is an important new tourism initiative that provides access to the incredible landscapes of the Murchison River. The design team has crafted an unforgettable visitor experience, re-established Calvary as a regional tourism destination, and created a world-class tourism experience. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rob, and we'll now pause for another video.
The people who created Sir Walter are revolutionising the turf industry. Lawn Solutions Australia. Aussie turf farmers creating beautiful greener environments across our country. Guaranteed premium turf varieties, lawn solution centres, advice and lawn care products. Lawn Solutions Australia, setting new standards in turf.
I would now like to welcome Cindy from the Lawn Doctor, a Lawn Solutions Australia grower, up to the stage to present the next set of awards.
Well, unfortunately, Cindy's unavailable.
Okay, so you're back.
But I'm a guy, and I've got a girl's name. My name's Dixie Joy from the Lawn Doctor, and I'm here to do Cindy's job.
Very good. So our next category is gardens, and there were 4 entrants in the garden category. The first was 3BC by Tristan Pearce Landscape Architecture. The second was 6WD by Tristan Pearce Landscape Architecture. The third was Coogee Common by Seed Design Studio. And the fourth was Ritz-Carlton and the Towers Elizabeth Quay by TCL. And in this category, the jury awarded 2 Landscape Architecture Awards and 1 Excellence Award. So the first of the 2 AILA WA Landscape Architecture Awards for Gardens goes to 3BC by Tristan Pearce Landscape Architecture.
The design team has successfully combined sculptural forms, level changes and well-considered plant selection to create a highly crafted courtyard garden. The design responds to the client's requests for the creation of active zones and the seasonal microclimate within the garden area to create a wonderful extension to the new residents. Congratulations, Tristan.
And the second AILA WA Landscape Architecture Award for Gardens goes to Coogee Common by C Design Studio.
The Coogee Commons Productive Gardens serve a high-quality restaurant with locally sourced and sustainable produce, whilst at the same time providing an impressive backdrop to the Coogee Hotel. The project sets a great precedent for realising productive gardens that connect people to produce, reduce food miles and create an elegant garden setting. Congratulations to C Design Studio.
And now the AILA WA Excellence Award for Garden Design goes to the Ritz-Carlton and Towers Elizabeth Quay by TCL.
The landscape for the Ritz-Carlton and the Towers is a wonderful display of the Indigenous landscapes of Western Australia. The design team has showcased the botanical riches of WA in a carefully curated and contemporary manner that complements the building's architecture, whilst meeting the technical challenges of building on structure. Congratulations to TCL. TCL.
So it looks like they're not here this evening.
I get to keep it?
So you get to keep the award, Dixie. And we'll move on to the next category. So in the next category, recognise... Still, you stay here. Oh, I can take that. I'll take that. So in the next category, recognise some outstanding individuals in the WA chapter of AILA. And this is the Future Leaders Award for a graduate who's showing promise and achieving great things in the profession. And we have 2 awards in this category tonight. The first Future Leader Award is for Sasha Spasic, and the second Future Leader Award is for Katrina Yombe.
So we had to give 2 awards in this category because we were so surprised and delighted by the submissions. And I think while we're reflecting on a lot of the achievements that we've done in the last 12 months, it'd be great to reflect on our future leaders. So Sasha has already distinguished herself as a future leader of the profession, having achieved exceptional academic results, been awarded numerous scholarships and contributed to AILA Fresh and worked abroad. She's taken upon herself to travel overseas to gain educational and professional experience, which together with her passion for landscape architecture has seen her achieve top marks for her recently completed honours thesis. Her passion and determination is evident in the body of work that she's produced to date, and she has all the necessary skills to be a major contributor to the profession in the coming years. So congratulations to Sasha. And Katrina is uniquely positioned as a future leader of the profession with a double degree in landscape architecture and Indigenous knowledge. She's a strong advocate for the landscape profession, having been the chair of AILA Fresh, worked with the AILA WA RAP committee, and been selected to represent UWA at the Venice Biennale. Her unique educational background and passion for landscape is an incredible combination that has the capacity to have a major impact on the profession in the coming years. So congratulations to Katrina as well.
Okay, thank you, Dixie.
The lawn doctor asked me to say one thing. And I was in the bushfires, so it was very good. But they said, a wise person once said, if a person's in an enclosed space and they can look out their window and they can see beauty, they will be inspired to strive. There you go, that's that. But so I think what that means is, you guys keep knocking yourself out. Put the beautiful landscapes out there and keep the numbnuts in the offices working hard. Well done.
For our next section of awards, I'd like to welcome David Miles from Richgrove to present the winners. David Miles? So our next category is the tourism category, and there was one nominee in this category, and that was Kaju Yatga Calvary Skywalk by Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions. And I'm pleased to announce that this project has won the AILA WA Award of Excellence for Tourism. Congratulations.
The Calvary Skywalk is an important new tourism initiative that provides access to the incredible landscapes of the Murchison River. The centrepiece of this initiative is a new skywalk and visitors centre perched on the edge of the gorge, which has been carefully curated and crafted by the design team into an unforgettable tourism experience. The project has re-established Calvary as a regional tourism destination and creates a world-class destination. Congratulations to the DVCA.
Better to say a couple of quick thank yous. Nathan and our landscape unit just gave me a disproportionate amount of time to spend on this project, which was fantastic. EPS Architects and Turpkos were great with the lookout work. The stonemasons just did a fantastic job and allowed us to do what we were able to achieve out there. And the Nanda artists just produced some beautiful work. So thank you.
And the next award is the People's Choice Award. So each year AILA WA runs a social media campaign to showcase all of the entries to the wider public. And the awards campaign this year has reached over 50,000 people across Facebook and Instagram. And the public got to have their say and voted. And this year's People's Choice Award has been won by Inglenook's by 4 Landscape Studio. Congratulations. The final award this evening, the one that you've all been waiting for, is the Ayla WA Medal. This is a state-specific award given by the jury to the project that stood out amongst all of the other projects, the best of the best. So this year, the Ayla WA Medal for 2021 goes to Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions for Collier.
Got to get up for one more. Probably missed a few people. The project managers up there, department, yeah. Everyone who funded the project. They all got behind the vision and allowed us to just spend a heap of time reusing the rock that was brought up during the roadworks. The stonemasons just spent hours working with us to develop different techniques that would work for that project, and they literally spent months in a quarry cutting up and reusing rock, and developed all these different techniques just for us, which was fantastic. And for our department to allow me that time to just spend up there for weeks developing that was just fantastic, and I think it came out with a pretty good result. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. This concludes the project awards for this evening. So congratulations again to all of the award recipients, and thank you also to everyone who entered. So please stay and enjoy celebrating your awards. I think Shay might have a few final words.
Thank you very much, Sandy. I will be 2 minutes. I want to thank the jury, Tom Griffiths, Kim McDonald, Vanessa Margetts, Janine Egan and Terry Thompson. Thank you to all our sponsors. I think Dixie gets best on ground tonight. The prize, a glass of water. Thank you to our MC, the wonderful Sandy. And a big thank you to those watching on the live stream. Lastly, I would like to thank Carmen, who works very hard to pull tonight together. I have a little gift for you. I'll give it to you later. Make it awkward. Big thank you. And lastly, a quick spruik for our 2021 Festival of Landscape Architecture. Yes, Now, we were all very excited when it finally came to Perth and our dreams were dashed a little bit by COVID. So it will be here the 13th to the 16th of October. Put that in your diaries now. And it would be great if you could let your friends from over east know that they can start booking their flights to Perth. It's very safe. Our creative directors, Damien, Christina, Maria and Kat, will bring you the conference, Spectacle and Collapse. And Hans. I've always think about Hans. Held over 2 days at Kings Park, and there'll be fringe events to showcase our beautiful city. So please keep an eye out for that in the coming weeks. Please have a drink, enjoy the rest of the evening, and I'm sure we will do prizes at some point. Happy birthday, Thanks, see you.